Welcome to another episode of Anime Ups and Downs, where we take the good moments, give them up, bad moments, giving them a down, and we find out if this week's episodes made anime hype this week. Please, if you could, give me a like, subscribe. We're at 488, trying to make it to 500. Would mean the world to me as we're on our way to 1,000. And I appreciate all the help and all the follows and likes that everybody's given me so far. And let's get into it. We're back with another episode of Bleach. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about and not a lot of time. Ichigo still stuck in his prison. And what just happened to Jidambo in the beginning? He's brainwashed or something? We'll revisit that, I guess, another episode. Don't know what's going on. Stern Ritter J. The J is jail. So SRJ, Stern Ritter J, stuck Ichigo in a prison, and that's where he's stuck. Can't even get out with it. Gets a good Tensho. We see that through the entirety of the episode. He's trying to get out constantly. Then we're gonna go back to my boy Byakuya, one of my favorite captains. He can't do shit. Diddly squat. My man can't even flash step. Like, he used to catch up with keep up with Ichi, and he had his Bankai stolen, and it's being used on him, and he forgot what fear is, and now all of a sudden you're feeling fear, and you can't even get away from your Bankai. You can't even flash that. Down, Byakuya, you're not doing well. Renji, down, not doing well. Renji even tries to help him, and he gets drop kicked. Yo, and it was a vicious drop kick. Yo, that Stern Ritter took him the F out. We see Byakuya's sword break. We don't know what that means. We'll find out more later. Not only that, but the man, the myth, the legend, Kenpachi Zaraki is back. He's carrying a Stern Ritter on his back, and he says, "You know what? Are you the boss?" He's looking at His Majesty like, "You the boss, man?" Because I'm here to fight. And he was like, "Oh," and the other guy's like, "What's going on?" He killed 3 Stern Ritters. He straight up said the first one, trash. He got all big, sliced his ass in half. Second one, he talked too much. I ripped his throat out. Third one, he tried to meet me, so it was tough, but I still killed him because I was stronger than myself. Kenpachi up, because he's the fucking man. And he killed 3 Stern Ritters. But then we see His Majesty block Kenpachi's sword with his arm. What's going on with that? We don't know. We know Kenpachi's strong, but how much stronger is this Quincy? Then we get into seeing Sasagebi's backstory, but not just before that. We see Stern Ritter O, or Overkill. He's facing off against Shuhei, and he has Shuhei dead to rights. He's smashed up into the wall. Shuhei can't do anything. He goes to throw his freaking spear that's like kind of like the rest of the Quincy's arrows, but it's a spear, and Yamamoto shows up and just pushes it aside. Yo, this man is still the strongest of them all. Up for him. Like, big ups. He gets double. He pushes it aside. We see a backstory between him and Sasagebe when Sasagebe got his Bankai because Overkill killed Sasagebe. Damn. I mean, I finally got to see his Bankai, but not the way I wanted to see it. He walks up to Overkill and says, "I know Sasagebe's Bankai was stronger," and with one swing, dead. Giving that man another up. Straight up. Another up. Then Yamamoto just lights a fire under everybody. He turns into flames and just blasts off. And it's like, I know y'all aren't weak. And everybody just feels his power and like, oh, he's pissed. Everybody's like, yo, he is pissed and we can't fail now. We see him with the double blaze like, yo, I can't fail. He goes to attack and we fucking end the damn episode. Oh, fuck. I'm ready for the next one. And by the way, Stern Ritter J gets cut in half. I forgot to say this. By who? It has to be in a rank arc, but I don't know who it is. Again, I don't read the manga, so I'm here with you guys. If I had to guess, it's in a rank arc, but I don't know who. And he got sliced the fucking half like it was nothing, like he was a goddamn piece of cake. But we're giving this episode. Soul Reapers took some L's, but Yamamoto, the Rancor, and Kenpachi brought it back, so we're giving this episode an up. Let's move into the next one. And we move on to Chainsaw Man. This one I've been waiting for all week. We find ourselves back in the bathroom with Denji, where he's ready to fondle his first chest. But it doesn't quite go the way he wanted it to go. And that's kind of upsetting. The man had a dream, and his dream was killed because it wasn't enough, and it didn't go as well as he wanted. Because we find him with Makima, and he tells Makima, I got to feel the boobs, and she's like, what do you know this about sex? She feels upon his hand and says, you gotta get to know people. This woman is using sex against my boy Denji. And she says, do you know this? She says, have you ever had a finger bitten? I was blown away by the sexuality that happened in this episode. I wasn't ready. Look at me, anime ups and downs, and all you out there. I was not ready. So she bites my man's finger for the first time and she says, memorize that. She is teasing my boy and then says, I will do whatever you want if you kill the gun devil. Stop teasing my man, because he hasn't got anything he wants yet. Stop teasing him. Then she does grab her his boobs and he freaks out. You're acting like a little weenie, my boy. Denji acting like a weenie. We're kind of, I don't know where to put you, but right now, just for freaking out because you got to fill up on Makima and you felt some type of spark, you're getting it down. You're chickened out. You didn't know what to do. I need you to get your act together. Makima tells a story about the gun devil and how guns went awry. But then all of a sudden we see a family with two boys. And the boys go outside to play. They're in the snow. They're throwing snowballs and he tells the younger boy, the older brother tells the younger brother, hey, go back and get your gloves so your hands are cold. And when he gets back to the house, that shit gets blown away. It's gone. 1.2 million people evaporated by the gun devil. You're getting it down, Mr. Gun Devil. You're an asshole. We don't like assholes around here. I'm the only bald asshole around here. That's where I wear hats. Because, you know, a little bit self-conscious, but that's besides the point. But I have a theory that Aki is that boy that was in that picture. We'll see if it comes true. But you find out they need to use pieces of the gun devil to find the gun devil. So they're sent out because there's a reaction to find the gun devil. There's 6 of them. They're inside of them. They're talking in Himio. Himio's like, Denji, I'll kiss you, whoever kills this next devil. And he's like, get out of here. I'm not doing it for a kiss. I have my eyes set on my first kiss. And I know who it's gonna be. And that's what I want. And then she says, I'll give you a first kiss with a tongue. And then Denji's, he changes. Man, why are you changing it up? You had a goal and then you changed your goal. You're flipping it up on us. You wanted Makima and now you're taking Himio. Well, they get upstairs. They're walking around. They're trying to figure out what's going on. And a little ass head with 2 hands walks out, goes to attack one of the agents. And Himino says, blah, got you. Just grabs her. She has a ghost power with her right arm. And then power slices it up. And I was like, damn, I didn't know this girl was that strong. We also get to see a little bit of backstory between Aki and Himino. And apparently Aki's been through 6 partners. And Aki is the 7th. And she's like, just don't die on me. So we'll get to see more. There's been a lot of good character development in this, and I'm liking it. I'm liking where the story's going. But they're now looking for this devil that has this power from the gun devil in it. And they find themselves going around in circles, up and down stairs, and they don't know where they're at. It's kind of like a loop. And that's where we get left off. These episodes are just leaving us on cliffhanger. We're going to give it an up just because we got some good story elements, we got background, we got some mystery, we got the gun devil coming up. So it's a soft up, almost gave it a down, but we're enjoying the episodes. So we're gonna have to wait and see and find out next week. We are back with another amazing episode of My Hero Academia. We pick up where we left off. City wrecked. Done. We find out more about that in a second because all the Nomus are still alive. because Shigaraki can control his decay to a degree. What? So Shigaraki, Endeavor, still fighting. Endeavor, getting body, still not able to stand up to a quirkless Shigaraki. So Endeavor, you're sucking right now. Shigaraki still got it in his head that he wants Midoriya. But he can't quite get to Midoriya, so he's gonna do the next best thing. Kill everybody else. Fuck. So Shigaraki says, oh, well, if you can see me, Mr. Aizawa, then I damn sure can find you. So he goes after Aizawa. Eraserhead. And Midoriya says, not on my watch. Comes out of nowhere. Stiff one to Shigaraki with the help of Bakugo, who tortures him for a second. And he was like, we have to help. I'm here, I might as well help. But Aizawa is keeping his eyes away because he keeps getting the lubrication. And the heroes are protecting him. Because if they're not there for Eraserhead, then everybody's gonna die. Because nobody's gonna stop Shigaraki. Nobody's gonna stop his quirks. So in a weird turn of events, we still have All For One who's locked up. Still getting into Shigaraki's head. And it seems like this whole time he's kind of been controlling him. But then apparently Shigaraki said, I want to be my own man. I don't want to end up like you. And he breaks free of like this mind control thing going on. Will that affect him later? We'll find out very soon. But I'm liking this wave that we're riding with Shigaraki. I'm giving Shigaraki a big ol' up. And man, he's been getting ups every week because his character and the development is just going really well. And I'm really enjoying it. We need more of it. My question though is All For One going to get control of Shigaraki again? Because Shigaraki is now controlling all the Nomus, and he still has Makino, which we'll talk about in a minute. Is All For One going to be able to control him again? We'll see soon. But there was this really, really sweet spot because this whole on fight scene between Endeavor, Bakugo, Midoriya, Jet's there, and Dragons there going on between him and Shigaraki is fire. And then Midoriya, Bakugo, and Endeavor hit him with this combo move. If you haven't seen it, go watch this fight. This is like peak fighting for My Hero Academia. We get the giant Makina emerging from underground, right? And Dabi's there like, oh, if he's awake, then that means Boss Man is awake somewhere. So Makina is left like, must find master, and he's gonna do everything he can because the only person that can control Makina is Shigaraki. So Makina grabs up the villains and takes off running. So Mount Lady tries to help out, gets body, you're getting it down. Miss Midnight tries to help, but the villains interfere. She gets body, she ends up in the middle of the forest, and she calls Momo and is like, make an anesthetic and you guys run because you can't stop them. So Miss Midnight is injured and she's done in body. Down for you, Miss Midnight. You're supposed to be better. She tells her class to take off. They don't take off. Momo's like, I'm gonna make something that he can go to sleep with. And we end up with them standing tall with Makina running towards them. So they left us on a huge cliffhanger. Are they going to be able to stop Makina is my question. We haven't got to see some of these students really do work, and we're finally getting to see that again. So we're giving that it up. We're giving this episode up, and we're going to have to wait till next week to find out what's going to happen. We pick up this episode of Blue Lock with the boys analyzing their next team, Team W, who they have to play. And the normal person, Ku, is not there. He's in the shower, which we'll find out later. And this got me heated because Ku, we'll get there. Ku and you, okay, back to what I was saying. They're analyzing. Ku finally walks in and says, this is what we're going to do. All right, we're going to rotate through teams of 3 where we're best match up with each other so we can best effectively score goals as opposed to what we used to do. Now, the other 2 people, that Chigiri is still playing defense and the goalie has stayed the same since they've won their last couple games. They find out that their next set of people they're playing, the W team, their best players are the Wanima brothers, and they use tactics of combination play just through looking at each other and being brothers and being able to do what brothers do. So we start off the next game, we just get straight into the Wanima brothers. Start off and they're hot. They weave bob in and out. Misaki Chigiri are like, crap, we gotta get these guys. Chigiri apparently is known by the W brothers, and the Wanima brothers are like glass leg Chigiri is what they called him, and he's washed up is what they're saying. I'm very interested to see who Chigiri is, because apparently he was a beast, and I want to know, like, that's the feeling I'm getting. He's hiding something from us, and I'm sick of him hiding it. Chigiri, you need to step out. We're giving you a down until you show me your weapons. Show me your weapons. But Asagi comes to the rescue. We're giving him an up because he rescues the first goal, gets back on point. He passes it up. They pass it to Ku. Ku shoots, scores. Bam, we're up 1. Next up, it happens again. Our boy Barachi gives Ku a nice pass. Bam, he scores again. Ku has scored 2 goals. On the third one, there's a corner kick. Barachi puts it square on. Ku jumps up, header, bam, because his jumping ability is his weapon, heads it in. Going into halftime, we're up 3-0. It's looking good for Team Z, the underdog story. Asagi's got his team rolling. Chigiri's still down during halftime. Asagi tells him, hey, yo, just shake it off, man. We're doing good. We're winning. They come out. They're firing all cylinders. Ku makes a mistake. Gets stolen from by the Wanima brothers. Wanima brothers score 3-1. Then Ku is supposed to be taking the ball out. He passes it to Asagi. Asagi wasn't rather. Wanima brothers steal it. They score again. Now it's 3-2. Next, Asagi's got the ball. He's dribbling up, and he realizes, was Ku just smiling? What's going on? His senses kick in. He's like, something's not right here. And then the Wanima brothers steal from him because, you know, he's not paying attention. They go to lob the ball. One of the Wanima brothers picks the ball up. Ku jumps up with his jumping ability, but misses the header on purpose. Wanima brothers score again. 3-3. Then we find out Asagi puts it all together. My man Asagi puts everything together. He walks up to Kun and says, are you betraying us? What's going on? So Wanima brothers walk up while Asagi's asking them and saying, guess what? He told us everything, and that's why we're beating you. In exchange for information, he's letting us win. So Asagi's like, so Asagi takes the ball out, and he's dribbling up. They're talking back and forth, and he's like, guess what? I get to win and move on. You gotta have an ego. You gotta be selfish here, right? You're getting a down, Kun. You get a down for this, man. The biggest down, the betrayal, the biggest betrayal. He's got me mad. I'm so frustrated with you, Kun, that you guys can win it. And the reason he said he did this is because Kun's like, we have barely scraped by every time, and we got to go against V, and they've outscored everybody 8-0, 6-0. So I'm going to be on the winning side because we're going to lose, but I have the most goals. So at this time, it's now 12 versus 10. The W brothers score another goal, and that's how we ended. The episode gets a big down. You're getting a down on top of a down because Ku, you suck. You just got the biggest down. Betrayal in this episode. Bluelock was going great, and now this. And Ego's just like, watch. I hate you, Ego. I hate you. Episode gets a down. Can't wait. Now we gotta wait till next week. Well, that was another episode of Anime Ups and Downs. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below if there's any other animes you would like me to cover. And thank you, everybody, for all the follows and likes and everything that we've gotten so far. And I'll catch everybody next week. Y'all have a good one.